Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here today to review a movie called Santa Claus. Now, not the Tim Allen ones from Disney, and not that Dudley Moore Santa Claus the movie. This is from 1959, and it's one of the strangest Christmas movies you'll ever see. And people think that Santa Claus Conquers the Martians is far stranger than that one. Now, with Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, I remember they had this one video rental place, John called Lampman's at Edinburgh, Home Video Exchange. And John said they always went to Knight's movie store, but I never went to Knight's. I stayed with, I thought Lampman's had more stuff in there. Dad always yelled and screamed, saying, not the horror film there, not the horror film there. Oh, gore, blood and gore, blood and gore. But I was looking, they had like different things set up, and it was like the cult films right there. And I was looking through, and they had, I picked one of Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Like, oh my God, give me a break. And then a few years after that, I never rented it. I knew about it. It's like, they couldn't have, you gotta be kidding me. And it was made in like 60 something. It was Pia Zadora's first film. She was a little kid in it. She played a little Martian girl. Anyways, we used to get something called City TV because we didn't have cable. Canadian TV, and it would have like movies, uncut movies at late at night, and it just said great movies or something like that. And then they showed Santa Claus Conquers the Martians earlier on. I remember watching it, and I said, boy, this is really funny. And then it said not so great movies, one of those so bad it's good movies. And that turned out to be one of my favorite movies of all, favorite Christmas movies, even though it's so silly. About Martians kidnapping Santa Claus. I give that a 10 out of 10 because I really enjoyed it. Well, anyway, this is different. It was my first time seeing it. And it was through Off Beach Cinema. Now, Off Beach Cinema was a late night movie show. I would say horror films, but they played different movies. They played like Beat the Devil with Humphrey Bogart, which I've seen. And their setup was in black and white. And they played beatniks at this one little cafe or something like that. And this movie's presented through Off Beach Cinema. I guess they redid it for YouTube. The date on it is 2019. And there's commercials in there for like Mighty Taco and stuff. I'll leave the link in the description so you can watch the movie. And they hosted it. And I remember it used to be on late night on WICU from like 2 to 4 Saturday nights. And usually whenever I turned in, it was something I've already seen. Because I think they were showing the same lineup that they had Alpha Delphi video, which is in Narberth, PA. Kind of like the same washout print of Last Woman on Earth and stuff like that. But there was one rabbit movie. I can't remember, something rabbit. I gotta watch that sometime. There was one other movie that looked really goofy. I can't remember what the heck it was. I have to keep an eye on this channel. They keep showing the same movies. Anyways, so I used to watch. It was on for a few years. Late night on Channel 12. Anyways, what Santa Claus the movie is about. And I remember, my one friend from the Erie movie house, he was talking about unusual Christmas films. And he said, everyone knows about Santa Claus Conquers the Martians, something different. I said, there's a movie called Santa Claus, I've never seen it, about Santa Claus and the devil. And he looked it up, and I think he was going to run it. I think he ran it with the double bill with Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. I think this year they're doing Silent Night, Deadly Night. Well, anyways, that's what this movie's about. Santa Claus made 1959. It's in color. Made in Mexico. And as some people said, the best Mexican Santa Claus movies ever made. And this revolves around Santa Claus. In this one, Santa Claus lives in outer space. In a palace on a cloud. And the kids that make toys are just Mexican kids. Like child labor. He's not a bad guy, though. But it's child labor. There's no elves here. And he has like a magic observatory where he can view down on Earth. And it's like weird. And it's like the moving lips will look blue. It's really weird looking. It talks. And it has like a face. And it's like percolating thing. It has these eyes that go out blue, blue, blue. It's really bizarre. And he can look in on your dreams through this like the snow globe thing. And then while this is going on down in hell, Lucifer's talking to his minions, his devil minions, and he calls up Devil Pitch. And he says, I need you to cause evil throughout the children of the world, so they'll get mad, and so Santa Claus will get mad and not give them any presents. So he goes to Earth and does all, I mean, you know, and he just infiltrates. But Santa Claus knows the devil's there. Santa Claus knows the devil's there. So, I mean, by deductive reasoning, he should know that if the kids do something bad, it's not their fault, it's the devil's fault. Anyways, he does go down, and it's weird because he has like a magic sleigh that has these wind-up reindeer, white reindeer that go beep, 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 beep. It's very bizarre. And by the time they show, and he said he instead of singing while he shows the kids dreaming, and they have this little girl with a doll and all these presents around. All of a sudden, these living live dolls come on. I'm sure that freak any kid out, freak any adult out. It's and whenever you and then Santa Claus comes to Earth. He only comes to Earth once a year, and then if he's seen or if sun hits him, he'll be stranded on Earth and he'll starve because he can't eat what the Earthlings eat on Earth, and then his reindeer will turn to powder. And then, like if the devil fails, he'll turn into chocolate pudding. It's really weird, and the devil tries to sabotage Christmas. It's really a very bizarre, it's low budget, a very bizarre film. I really enjoyed it though. But it's nowhere near as good as Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. I mean, I like this movie. And there was some funny parts. There's a part where they go to this puppet show. It's like a really bizarre, disturbing look at version of Punch and Judy. But really bizarre. But I laugh, though. That's just me. I give it a mod 7 out of 10. I'll put the link to the video. And it's like, you know, it's like, I guess they're doing a bunch of news shows for YouTube or something like that. It's interesting, and the commercials they have are kind of interesting for Mighty Taco. Mighty Taco food, they look pretty good. I think you'll like this. If you like the unusual, I think you'll like it. Santa Claus 1959. On him and the devil. So until next time, bye, please. Take care, my legion.